At 5:30 in the morning, Lord Shiva is brought back from the shrine of Parvati to his own shrine. It is wonderful to see how humanly and with how much warmth they are treated. In fact, in some Tamil temples, when Lord Shiva is taken to the shrine of Parvati, her large nose ring is taken off so that it may not scratch him at night.
The chief rite, the chief action that takes place in the temple from a religious point of view is the repeated marriage of Meenakshi to her lord Shiva. And this takes place, of course, at certain times of the year. And you see many sculptures and many paintings in the temple showing Meenakshi holding the hand of Shiva in the act of being married. And what's so interesting is that the god who gives her away is actually Vishnu. So Vishnu is also incorporated into the myth and the art of the temple. Well, there are, of course, the marriage ceremonies that take place at particular times of the year, the great festivals that leave the walls of the city, of the temple, and go into the city spaces are particularly important. What you will see on a day-to-day basis in the temple is this penetration of the commercial life of the town, that these markets, these shops that go into the great mandapas, the great columned halls of the temple. So as you penetrate into the temple, you make this transition from the lively world of everyday to a more rarefied world, I would say, of the gods, of the sanctified spaces. These huge areas that are covered by these halls and corridors, there can hardly be a temple with more covered space anywhere in the country.
The vast temple has 8 impressive gateways, one rising to almost 200 feet. These gateways or gopurams are covered with several hundreds of sculptures. Temple authorities estimate that there are 33 million sculptures in the Meenakshi complex. In the Nayaka period, large tanks were also made within the temple complexes, where devotees washed their hands and feet. Yesterday was the beginning of the preparations and celebrations of the forthcoming wedding of Shiva and Parvati. Everyone was carried away in joy. In fact, that is the purpose in Indic faiths, to be carried away, to lose one's sense of the self, and therefore to attain knowledge of a greater and finer truth.
These marriage scenes with the goddess and the god together, whether in painting or bronze, are of course replicas of these acts. And in fact, many of the temples of Tamil Nadu have these, I would say, these marital myths, because the legends are extremely important in connecting goddesses who belong to a particular place. Meenakshi only goes with Madurai. Pampa, for example, only goes with Hampi in Karnataka, with the great gods Shiva or Vishnu. So this marriage between a local goddess and a great god, a great pan-Indian god, is essential to the religious life of the temple.
Meenakshi, what do I say? It's grandiose, it's huge, it's really the ultimate in-temple building with so many gopurams, and it's a whole town within itself. I mean, the rest of Madurai, I think, developed around it. As I said, Meenakshi Temple probably represents, it's probably nearest to the original lifestyle that an entire kingdom, the king's court, would have led. I mean, we still have villages where you have a very traditional lifestyle, but within the Meenakshi temple complex, this is where the king and his nobles and the priests and the sthapatis and everybody would have lived.
The Meenakshi Temple at Madurai is a world complete in itself. Within its vast spaces, we are taken far from the confusions and concerns of the material world. It celebrates the divinity which is in all aspects of life. The ancient rituals of the temple awaken the sense of joy which can be found deep within us. A sense of joy which colors our lives completely.